Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen, and members of the 8th grade. Let me begin my remarks this evening by congratulating the members of the 8th grade class on the completion of their education at Salisbury Central School. Also, I would like to thank all of you who are parents, family members, and friends for being here to celebrate the achievements of the class of 2017. Your wisdom, support, love, and guidance are invaluable and important as these students continue their life journey. Bravo to you. And last but certainly not least, I would like to thank all of the Salisbury Central staff for their tireless efforts and heartfelt care in providing our students with the education they need to be successful, thoughtful, and compassionate individuals. Thank you very much. I'm going to speak to the 8th grade. Hi. Today is always a bittersweet day at Salisbury Central School. We are bidding a fond farewell to all of you whom we have come to know well and care for as if you were our own children, and that is difficult. On the other hand, we know that you are all going on to secondary schools that will offer exciting opportunities to broaden your learning experiences, to make new friends, to continue your interests in sports and or the arts, and to try other new extracurricular activities in these areas and others as well. This evening celebrates this important transition, and I feel blessed to have a few minutes to leave you with some parting, and I promise brief, comments, and to wish you well in the next chapter of your life story. Because this is your evening, and a time to honor each of you as individuals, it seems appropriate to spend some time talking about the importance of voice. I don't mean voice in terms of the, quote, expiration of air with vocal cords drawn close together so as to vibrate audibly, the Merriam-Webster's definition of physical voice, but rather voice on a more abstract level. That idea, wish, choice, or opinion freely or formally expressed that says to the world, this is who I am. What better time than this day to talk about the importance of this topic? Having known most of you since 4th grade, I have watched you all grow and learn and become competent individuals, each one of you with a perspective and a set of interests that makes you you. Because of our intimate school setting, the Salisbury Central staff has had the opportunity to work closely with each of you to draw out your individual and unique points of view. This has happened in the classroom, on the athletic fields, in band, chorus, or a dramatic performance, in the art studio, and or as part of a community service activity such as Noble Horizon visits, peer mentors, and student council. As a result, you have all developed a strong sense of your own identities, as well as rich voices with which to express yourselves. As I passed through the 8th grade Project Expo last week, I heard evidence of this as I listened to you explain your claims about a chosen topic, knowledgeably, articulately, and with great conviction. From our perspective at Salisbury Central School, you are prepared to confidently enter new environments in the fall, knowing that you have the capability to effectively use your voice to become a strong member of that community. We live in a world that is ever more populated and culturally complex. Billions more people with extremely different points of view are competing to be heard with regard to work opportunities, the distribution of wealth, food, and energy resources, civil rights, and the future of the earth as we know it. What you need to understand today is that you are ahead of the game in this potentially intimidating scenario. Each one of you has developed your own way of thinking, speaking and listening, and writing. All of the components one needs for a strong voice that will allow you to rise up above the crowd, to be heard, and to move forward. As you continue on the next step of your education, you should value your voice as one of your most treasured assets and use it to further your progress towards your goals in life. While it is important to pay attention to your voice, you must also take time to acknowledge and learn from others' voices. We are blessed to live in a country that values freedom of speech and relies on individual citizens to speak their minds intelligently and honestly in open social discourse. I need only to mention Thomas Paine, the author of Common Sense, and an important voice during the American Revolution. Susan B. Anthony, a significant 19th century leader of the women's suffrage movement, as well as one who spoke out against slavery. The Reverend Martin Luther King Jr., who led the American Civil Rights Movement in the mid-20th century. And Gilbert Baker, a leader of the LGBT civil rights movement and the creator of the rainbow flag. These were individuals who used their voices to advocate for a better and more inclusive democratic society. We are also part of the global community that expects to hear voices of discovery and scientific research, like Albert Einstein, responsible for groundbreaking discoveries in quantum physics, Marie Curie, the first woman to win the Nobel Prize for her important work in understanding radioactivity, and Jonas Salk, who developed the polio vaccine. I will not even begin to try to list the artists in the language, visual, music, and dramatic arts whose lives are dedicated to the expression and reflection of cultural voice, and both amateur and professional athletes who use their voices as well as their athletic talent to inspire people to do their best. Finally, there are the voices of young people like Anne Frank and Malala Yousafzai, who have written and spoken about the importance of hope in education, even then when they were in the midst of persecution and suffering. All of these voices and many more have shaped our values, aspirations, and actions. While it may seem unimaginable to you that you can have an impact similar to the individuals just mentioned, their voices can empower you to pursue your hopes, dreams, and futures. Many of these people did not set out to change the world, but as they learned and discovered ideas, as life experiences challenged them, and as their talents emerged, their path became clear, as did their voices. This will be true for all of you. On a completely different note, for better or for worse, voice is the centerpiece of the social media industry. Try to recall what the world was like before Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter allowed us to express every thought, feeling, and activity that takes place in our daily lives. The creators of these media have recognized and tapped into a need for individual expression that has gone viral around the globe. You will have to decide if and how you will present yourselves in these cyber communities that can be engaging and entertaining, but also fraught with misunderstanding and fake news. So, as you enter the next stage of your education, remember that you have a voice, and don't be afraid to use it to advocate for everything that you are owed from that experience. Seek out those adults and friends that want to hear you and help you grow. Continue to read, listen, and learn to build understanding and empathy. Next year, draw upon your newfound community and learning to support growth in the expression of your voice. At the same time, listen and learn from the voices of those who speak to your interests, passions, and dreams, and be wary of any forum, social media or otherwise, that is not safe or positive. Consider the words of Muriel Spark, an accomplished British writer, who said, "I see no reason to keep silent about my enjoyment of the sound of my own voice as I work," as well as the words of the 4th century Greek philosopher Diogenes, who said, "We have 2 ears and 1 tongue, so that we would listen more and talk less." A balance of these 2 ideas provides the foundation for the development of a voice that is both confident and wise. We send you all off with our love and support as you listen, learn, and then speak your mind. And even though you will not be at Salisbury Central School in the future, We will always want to hear what you have to say, so we really hope you will stay in touch. In closing, while in not as elevated company as the others that I have mentioned in this speech, I cannot pass up the opportunity to appeal to my Harry Potter fans by quoting Albus Dumbledore, who said, "Words are, in my not so humble opinion, our most inexhaustible source of magic. Go forward and use them wisely to help your dreams come true." Congratulations and lots of love.